Episode 2 of Hard Knocks literally just ended. What did we learn? What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Talking Jets with Tigo. My name is Tigo, and today we're going to be just going over what did we pick up? What could we learn? What could we get out of the episode 2 of Hard Knocks? And what things, I got a whole list of things that I wanted to talk about. I'm going to put this right here at the beginning. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet, go and watch that and then come back and let me know what you guys thought of the episode in the comment section below. And thank you all for hitting the subscribe button and the like button while you're down there. First thing I'm going to start off with is mentalists are cool. That whole show was really, really cool. The goldfish trick, I have no idea how that's done. I love magic and like those kinds of things. And I love being able to like see how that stuff is done. But that's really, really cool. But now let's get into the nitty gritty of the things that we actually turned out. And you could see one of the things that I actually really like and I'm a big advocate for is like chirpy practices. I think that practices should get chirpy. I think that you should be in on it. You should be, getting aggressive. And as long as no one's getting hurt, like you should be talking smack and throwing shoves and pushing each other and doing all of those things. And I don't mean pushing each other like, I mean in like the sense of getting better. I mean like literally like shoving people and doing all that stuff because it just shows that you care and that you want to win every rep and that you're not going to let anything slide. And that energy carries on into the games. Yeah, these guys are your teammates, so when it comes time to punch someone in the mouth, quote unquote, you're going to hold back. But in a game, you don't. And we saw that against the Carolina Panthers, which we'll talk about a little bit later, which this is what that episode was all about. And so it was cool to see that the coaches also wanted, the practice to get chirpy. Robert Saleh saying like, yo, they got to fight for it. They got to want it. And Ulbrich, yo, they got to fight for it. They got to want it. Same thing with Hackett and all these guys being like, you know what? Let's get practice to get real chirpy. The next thing, and of course we all knew this, but just seeing it from a different lens and from a different perspective, gosh, Quinnen Williams is so freaking good, man. You could see that in the Jets practices. You could see that in the Carolina practices. Just how dominant of an interior defensive lineman we have. I cannot believe that this guy is on our football team, and he's going to be here for a long time. He earned every cent of that contract, and the guy is still getting better, which is just absolutely insane. Quick side note, we got to see one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time in Josh McCown, and it's not because of his performance or play. I loved what McCown did for the Jets and all that stuff, obviously, when he was here, but it's more just, I love Josh McCown like as a human and like as like a human being and his story, and it was cool to be able to see him again and making jokes with Sauce and like, oh, if I was still in the league, I'd throw you a couple. Like, it's cool to see that, like, I don't know, it's just nice seeing cool players that you miss from the past and stuff, and Josh McCown is definitely one of them. The other thing is I love just how real and intense Robert Saleh is. Obviously, we only really get to see him in short little bites on One Jets Drive or when he's on the podium, and that he turns his coach's face on. To be able to see the real Robert Saleh and how he coaches, and more importantly, like the conversations that he had after the Carolina Panthers joint practice, specifically with the O-line, you could see how that impacted that unit and impacted that group because they came out in that Carolina Panthers game and dominated a really good defensive line unit. They didn't have Brian Burns, obviously, but they were able to dominate that defensive line unit and keep pushing to the point to where Robert Saleh was even like, yo, let's run the ball. Let's let this offensive line impose their will on this D. And that is exactly what we were able to see, which is really beneficial for the offensive line. Rookie show was bad. Rookie show was really, really bad. They definitely need to run it back. That was not good. We've seen some good rookie shows. That wasn't one of them. I don't know what that was. It was bad. Another thing that I really liked from the Carolina game was you could see, like, at the end, Aaron Rodgers and Mekhi Becton getting together and Aaron being like, yo, like, let's get together. Let's have a lunch. Let's talk and doing all that stuff. Like, it goes to show obviously we know this at this point. Everything that we've heard about Aaron Rodgers was a lie. That he's selfish, that he doesn't care about the young people, that he doesn't work with the team. All of that is a lie. He gave money back. He's investing his time into Zach Wilson, who we'll talk about in a second. He's going out of his way to talk to Mekhi Becton, who right now is slated to be a backup offensive tackle. But he knows how much potential Mekhi Becton has, and he wants to help him get to that potential. Obviously, probably for selfish reasons, because Mekhi Becton protecting you is probably what you want. He has the opportunity and the ability to be a really dominant tackle if his knee holds up. And holding him and pulling him to the side and having those conversations and really investing into the players. You see that with Zach and the conversations that he's having with Zach on the sideline. He's like, dude, just have fun, run around out there. Like, it's not that serious. And one of the things that I really took away from this is that Zach Wilson's mental game seems to be so much better, in such a better spot. He's out there having fun and he's joking around and he's not taking himself too seriously, which I think was a problem in year 1 and year 2. Is he was taking himself way too seriously. He was sweating the nitty-gritty and all of the minute details, and it's just like, dude, make the easy things, and we know that you can do the hard things. Just do that. And with Aaron Rodgers being able to help and to guide and to teach, and I think really to take the pressure off, we're seeing his development and what's happening there. Continue to love the relationship Nathaniel Hackett has with his players and seeing him go out there. The comments he made to Zach Wilson after that touchdown, great. But I think Zach Wilson's mental game is in a much, much better spot, and that bodes really well for him and his career and for the New York Jets and the potential of Zach Wilson possibly panning out for the Jets a couple of years down the road. And then the other thing that I thought, and the last thing that I'll talk about that I thought was quite funny, was the Zach Kuntz touchdown. I didn't know this. I don't know if you guys knew this, but that was the wrong route. Apparently Zach ran the wrong route, and Tim Boyle just saw him and hit him in the flat for the touchdown, which I thought was hilarious. That's not technically the flat. That's not the flat, but you know what I'm saying. He ran an out route instead of running whatever route he was supposed to run, and he was open. He got the touchdown. Rookie gets his first touchdown, great, but ran the wrong route. And it's really cool to see how Aaron interacts with the coaches and all of that thing and really makes his voice heard. We saw that talking about, like, maybe we won't call that play out of that formation because it sucks and we shouldn't do it. Maybe we'll learn this time. Or getting in there and having conversations with the offensive line to be like, yo, like you have to protect us, and getting chirpy with the refs and getting these things and being legitimately curious about the plays and why things are being called this way and trying to learn and adapt and picking up grass. What's that all about? But who knows? It's Aaron Rodgers doing those things that a Hall of Fame quarterback does. It's the minute details that he focuses on. It's the little things that he does that nobody else does that makes him a Hall of Fame quarterback, which makes me so excited that he is our quarterback. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of episode 2 of Hard Knocks. Man, I love the amount of Jets content that we're getting recently. It absolutely blows my mind that we get to watch so much Jets content from the Jets content creators, from the HBO having Hard Knocks, from One Jets Drive to the new Breece Hall rehab show that they're producing that's going to come out later this year. Absolutely phenomenal. I love all of this Jets content, and I cannot wait to share it and talk about it with all you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And last but not least, go Jets.